once again, Internet K.R.A.A.C.M.O.O here, and welcome back to another quick news first impression. Although this is a bit different because I'm not doing anything even remotely animated, but it's close enough since it was, well, Power Rangers was basically adapted Super Sentai, which in this season is definitely kind of showing, for sure. In this episode, definitely. I mean, we've already had our Sentai explanations from Gosei before. Like,
Jake, there's a simple explanation for that.
They almost hit the command center!
Go, Rangers, put your new powers to use.
and also,
You've now unlocked new modes that have never been seen before on this planet.
but apparently when he says access to new powers never seen before, they weren't just talking about Die Rangers that episode. They were talking about every Sentai that wasn't adapted into Power Rangers. Since this episode we see Pink and Yellow turning into non-Power Ranger related Sentai. So yeah. But maybe I should actually talk about this episode and what all happens in this episode, because, man, I was a little disappointed. Because this is the Power Rangers Samurai tribute thing. I don't know what you could call it. But, you know, I at least understood that when Sentai did something like that, they didn't have the power to fight alongside the Rangers. But in Power Rangers, Samurai wasn't one of the Rangers that lost their powers permanently, so what the hell? I mean, Jaden, the Red Samurai Ranger, guest stars and basically gives a disc to them and then leaves to go ride his motorbike with his mentor. But yeah, they had, I get that they were mainly going off Sentai footage, hence the new transformations that no one has ever seen on Earth, unless they live in Japan. But yeah, that was a big disappointment. But anyway, stuff that actually happens in the episode. It starts off with Jake and Noah, the blue and green Super Mega Rangers, at the grocery store for some reason, and they run into the Samurai's mentor, and I'm like, I'm not gonna recognize the mentor. Nobody recognizes the mentor. And then it's like, holy shit, they actually recognize the mentor. Which I gotta say, kudos. You got one good on Power Rangers. You got a good thing going there. I don't know what I'm talking about, but anyways, after that, you know, the intro and stuff, they meet back. There's a new monster. I think his name's Megaforce, who's basically an elite guard of the Armada. When he goes down, the prince actually goes down. And just like his Sentai counterpart, he is a wuss. And I love that they kept that. But here's another problem that I got that comes up. When they're actually fighting, and Blue goes after the prince, that just reminds me they had a really good storyline with I don't even know the name of the guy, but the swords guy that's protecting the prince. I don't know what his Power Ranger's name is. But I think his Sentai name is Bodyzord or something like that. And he was like the mentor of Gokai Blue that got turned into a cyborg and mind wiped into serving the Armada, or something along that. And that provided some good, um, you know, character development for Gokai Blue. So what I'm wondering is if, and there's already been, I'm pretty sure there's already been fan theory that that guy, the Power Rangers equivalent, is actually Robo Knight, which I wasn't exactly sure of at first, but after seeing this episode, I might make it a possibility. Although it doesn't exactly explain the sword technique. But that was a Sentai kind of thing. Anyways, so then after that fight, they're at the Froyo bar. I forget the name of the place, but and they meet Jaden there, and it's like they are asking themselves, "How the heck are we gonna beat this guy?" And then Jaden's like, gives them advice, and then gives them a disc, and it's like, what, never seen a Power Ranger or a Froyo or something like that? I was like, that is hilarious. And basically he pulls a Batman and disappears on them without grabbing the Froyo. And then it's round 2 against Megaforce minus the Prince. And they kick his ass. Well, first they fight some X-Borgs, which is where they bring in the non-Sentai Rangers. Or the Sentai Rangers that weren't adapted into Power Rangers. Now, they already had Die Ranger appear in episode 2. And and after that, what I saw, I thought, or after that, I just thought, oh, they just unlocked Die Ranger. Are they gonna? They're probably not gonna use any other Sentai, but what the hell do I know? I'm just a 20-year-old in Warwick, Ohio, going to college and shit. But they use more Sentai powers. I don't remember what specific ones are, but I know they were Sentai previous to Zero Ranger, which was Mighty Morphin. They do morph into Mighty Morphin in the first fight, which, awesome. But it was Sentai footage, so kind of less awesome. Because they didn't actually have the suits. What was I going on about? Oh yeah, the Sentai Rangers. But yeah, only Pink and Yellow turn into new Sentai Rangers. And the rest of them, well, except for Noah, who only, more, other than his Megaforce form, into his Super Megaforce and Samurai. Which, again, better explained in this Sentai because, the whole Bodyzord, you're my mentor kind of thing. But, and then it comes to the Megazord fight where they call in their strongest ally, Zord, which is the Red Lion that they got last episode. And it doesn't exactly work. And then it's like, hey, they could probably use our power or something like that. And they cut away to um, Jaden and Mentor. And then they get the samurai powers, which gets them, which, when I watched Gokaiger, I actually kind of liked how they used the, because I first watched Gokaiger before Super Megaforce, way before I think even Megaforce was announced. Um, but I like the fact that they actually incorporated the Red Lion into the samurai formation. And it basically looks like the Samurai Megazord, but with the Red Lion providing the feet and the lion chest part. But it's basically like if you combine the Red Wild Sword, um, the Samurai Megazord, and the Legendary Megazord. But overall, I kind of like this episode. Yes, there were some disappointments on my part. Yes, there were very good things that kind of overshadowed the disappointment, especially considering that I don't know if I'm going to be disappointed or not. But, I'm looking forward to more Super Mega Force. It's definitely better than regular Mega Force. I do say. But, if it is gonna go the Sentai route with the Body Zord guy, and in Power Rangers it actually turns out to be Robo Knight, that would actually make some good drama, especially for like a kid show. Um, which would be awesome, but what else, man? What you gonna do? It's all up to you. Also, considering the fact that the original Mighty Morphin um, Rangers appear in this episode, you'd think Saban would have hyped up this. It's like the return of the originals, sorta, because it's the current team. They just transform into them, but still. Okay, I think I'm done. But anyways, as always, like, favorite, subscribe, don't dislike, spam, nobody likes that. I'll see you guys next time.